Here we go then. First race of the day, K1 men's 1,000 meters. You can see who the European champion is. He'll have a lot of support. Fernando PIMENTA. World champion though, Balint KOPASZ. He's here as well. European best time, Max Hoff. Well, Max Hoff is relaxing in his chair in Germany, watching this, I'm sure, and he'll be interested to see just how fast these paddlers go. Probably not going to break a European record, but I think it'll be a tasty final nonetheless. There's the lineup. You can see just a couple of names to pick out there. As we said, Fernando PIMENTA right in the middle of the echelon from Portugal, but watch out for Balint KOPASZ, former, of course, Olympic champion, and the small matter of the big man, Joseph Dostel in lane 7, the current Olympic champion. Now, let's line them up. We can see Alex Barucki, really promising young paddler from Portugal in 1. Ballas, Samuel Ballas from Slovakia goes in 2. There's Martin Nettel, watch out for him, the Swede, silver medalist from last year's European Championships. Uladzisiau KRAVETS has been in good form, the individual neutral athlete. And there he is, the big man, Fernando PIMENTA. Last time they had a big event here, the World Championships, he had his own mascot. And there's Balint KOPASZ, the Olympic bronze medalist and former Olympic champion. And here he is, Joseph Dostel. Well, he had to work hard to get through into this final via the semis, but he's here nonetheless. Watch out for him late in the race. Next to him, Torbjørn Rask from Denmark in lane 8. And finally, the very experienced Francisco Cubelos from Spain goes in 9. So, final of the men's K1 1,000 meters here at the European Championships, the first big Olympic final of this event. And Joseph Dostel, the big Czech paddler, just cruising his way off from the start. He's in lane 7 and making his way now in the middle of the echelon to the front of the pack. Not unusual for Fernando PIMENTA. I was speaking to his the head coach Rui Fernandes this morning. Seemed very relaxed. Fernando, of course, won so many medals over the years. He was here last time they had the European Championship in Montemor-o-Velho back in 2013. Didn't win there, but did pick up a couple of medals, a bronze and a silver, and he knows he'll have the crowd behind him in this event. We're 1/4 underway, the 7:50 mark you see just going past. And PIMENTA looking good, looking smooth at the moment. He's had a pretty successful season so far. He was the European champion last year, bronze medalist at the World Championships in Milan. Likes to go out hard as Fernando PIMENTA, but looks very relaxed at the moment. Going with him at the moment, Torbjørn Rask, the tall Danish figure. And he has had a strong season, Torbjørn Rask, so far. 8th in Brandenburg for the Danish paddler. He wants to go better than that here at the Europeans. We're approaching the halfway mark. Quite often when positions just change. Martin Nettel, you can see there in lane 3 with the yellow t-shirt, looking really smooth. Former world champion in K2, of course, back in 2021. Through the halfway point, 1:40, that's about right. It'll be fast times here. We'll probably go under 3.5 minutes. No records broken. There's a light breath of wind, but great conditions for racing here. And Fernando PIMENTA has put himself in pole position here. He is leading, but he looks good. One of the things that we had at the Paris Olympics where he missed out on a medal was that all the paddlers were coming at him strongly over the second 500 meters, and PIMENTA began to tighten up. But now you can see he's lifted the stroke rate. He's actually early on, 400 meters to go yet. He's pushing on, trying to dominate this race. And watch out for the black boat. The wonderful paddler that is Balint KOPASZ, breaking records back in Tokyo in those windy conditions. He's looking good, moving through KRAVETS as well, the individual neutral athlete in the white boat. He has made his move now as we get to the final quarter, and he's asking the questions of Fernando PIMENTA. Has PIMENTA got the answers? Surely he's kept a little bit of his powder dry. He's got something in his back pocket for these final 200 meters. So, right in the middle of the course, we have the local hero, Fernando PIMENTA from Portugal, being put under pressure by KRAVETS, the individual neutral athlete to his right, and Balint KOPASZ coming late to the party to his left. He's going to have to rely on the crowd to hold on. He's gritting his teeth, is Fernando PIMENTA. Now, he's a lot to do. There's another 20 seconds of paddling or so to go. He's going to keep driving the legs. Has a quick look over his shoulder. Kravets has gone. It's not going to be Pimenta on the top of the podium, but he should get a podium place. And here comes Balint KOPASZ with an amazing charge for the line. In fact, he overcomes the Portuguese. KOPASZ will take the silver medal, and Fernando Pimenta adds to his collection. He's got 9 golds, 8 silvers, and 9 bronzes from European Championships, all the way back to 2013, the last time they had it here. He'll add to his bronze collection this time round and make that 10. What can you say about Fernando Pimenta? An absolute legend of the sport, and brave too. Sometimes fortune favours the brave. Fernando Pimenta, middle of the picture there, got away really, really well, as did Kravets. Kravets settled, made his move over the last 300-400 metres. Pimenta was there the whole time, leading the way for much of this race. But it was Uladzisiau KRAVETS, the individual neutral athlete, who becomes the first European champion of this event in 2026. And there you can see Balint KOPASZ getting himself on the podium, tearing through Fernando Pimenta at the end there. Pimenta lunges for the line to take that 3rd spot, all of them ahead of József Dostal, who is the current Olympic champion.
Я в это не верю, я выиграл. Я вообще не могу поверить даже, как будто сон. Спасибо всем, кто болел. Привет всем родным, близким, кто искренне болеет за меня. Я вас чувствую, очень сильно благодарю. Спасибо большое.
Okay, brief interview with Uladzisiau KRAVETS there. Well, he only managed 5th place, the paddler from Belarus, in the Brandenburg World Cup last month. This time he's top of the podium, 3:24. That's a pretty quick time for him. And very, very impressive. Almost a second ahead of KOPASZ, who was coming late to the party. And Fernando Pimenta from Portugal picks up Portugal's first medal in the first race of this European Championships. Interesting to see József Dostal's not far away. He hasn't had the best of seasons by his high standards, but he's there or thereabouts, just outside of the medals. And Torben Rask holding on well there for 5th place ahead of Natal from Sweden.